Hey, good morning. How are you guys doing today? So, today we're going to be revising one of the major details in the story that will shift a bunch of stuff because we're revising it into an earlier section of the story. I'm going to have chat up real quick. I do hope you all had a great week. Having a kick butt week. Think it's ending well, and so definitely no complaints. Okay, I have got chat up. So, here's the deal. We all know that in the first actual rough draft through, when we wrote the section where he went to Trag's bar and stuff like that, found out about the AI and stuff, um, he basically doesn't get the AI implanted in him. In fact, that AI implanted in him doesn't end up happening in this current version until way at the end. Probably in this section, like chapter zone right there. You know what I'm saying? And so, trying to look it over. I would probably say right in this area. Hey, good morning. It sucks. I hope you're having a great one. So, the reality is, I didn't like how we did that. In fact, I thought it was horrible that it aligned that he contracted the disease from the girl, injecting her blood into him and stuff like that, and the overlap of the AI. On top of that, I would have preferred him to have access to the AI in more of a raw form earlier in the story, in which I feel it would have gave us an opportunity to have a extra chapter in which he goes into the AI, learning more of the details that would have came in handy later on in the story. Okay, so if that makes sense for the justification, but we're going to go in. I'm going to click this over to writing. We're going to find the chapter where he goes over and goes to Trags. Obviously, this is going to revise and switch out a whole bunch of stuff. Now, here's the other thing. We have the two cyborgs' names, too. And so we can drop their names in here early. And of all with a guy I've never seen before. So we know all this information now because later on as the story developed, we actually developed it. And so I guess now we decide when he learns these people's names, stuff like that. Um, also, so this is pivotal. I guess chapter 3 is more pivotal than I would have realized. So let's figure this out real quick because we're probably adding some stuff in here. And chapter 3 might end up needing to be broken to chapter 3, 4, which is kind of what I'm thinking is going to end up happening. Hey, good morning, Avalon. I hope you're having a great one also. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. Yeah, this is going to change 4. It's going to change a bunch. Because this isn't going to happen the same. So it won't be leaking into a cyber deck at all. Okay, so this is why it's a major revision change. So this is going to echo through the book a bunch as soon as we do this. So let's look over what's going to happen in chapter 3. Yeah, this is going to be a major echo through the book. Now I got to figure out exactly how we're doing this crap. Okay, I walked in, noticing Trag was sitting with his acquaintance Salvador and a guy I had never seen before. So, I think we can just skip to three men here and be more descriptive about what's going on. Okay. I had I had always heard rumors that Salvador was a crime boss, and Trag's main connection, that would be a possessive. I'm gonna have to add Trag to the new entry character Trag. Aliases, stuff like that. He's in multiple locations, of course. Hey, Kilman, how you doing today? I'm gonna grab the world details that we have on Trag and just drop them straight up in there. Except Trag gets killed, obviously. We know that. Trag's still gonna die the same way he died. Honestly, basically, not a lot's changing death-wise, except more death is gonna happen, probably. I have to write in an extra character that honestly I haven't decided if he gets to live or die. Who knows? Okay, boom. I'll fix this later too. Go now, crafter. Boom. Trag. Okay. I don't think he can be referred to him as Parson. Guess that's all I need to do. I'm also gonna guess that this is kind of where he dies or something. I don't know. Because we've got Track Parson in there. Now it's not trying to be all anal about its placement. Maybe I should throw Zach and stuff like that in. So let's figure this out because he came to pick up stuff, right? Okay, Track. Motion for me to come over, which I did with slight reservation. Okay, let's think of what we're doing here. The other two look like mostly cyborgs. Okay, are we gonna introduce them right here? I feel we should just introduce them. Okay, one of them looked too well dressed to be there. The other two. So that might change, honestly, because we all know who this is now at this point, Akio. And Akio dies cool. So let's figure out how we're gonna. I think we're gonna introduce these guys because this is dudes anyway. One of the men looked way too well dressed. Okay, let's start changing stuff. Sorry, my nose was killing the crap out of me. I probably should take an allergy pill. There. Okay. There, we're there on that. We know that that's going to be Accio. I kind of think we should probably just add Accio as a new entry right now. Let me find Accio in here. Salvador, I probably should just throw in right there too. I need to probably throw all that in there too. Let's see. Let's find Accio. Yeah, Accio. Boom. Okay. I think that's right. There's so much more that we know about Accio at this point, though, than just corporate guy dead. Honestly, I'll come into these cards and stuff and fix them up better. Um, Including we'll know where he dies and stuff like that. Obviously, he probably dies right in here. I mean, that'd be my guess. Um, I'm really not used to these little like clip note things over there. I think that's awesome though. Okay. Okay, track motion for me to come over, which I did with slight reservation considering the company he was sending with. Don't really know the company he's setting with, but we'll go along with that. The wrong amount of spaces. Trag smiled. Does that make sense? Oh, Trag smiled. Okay, so let me fix this because this isn't good right here. Let's see, I don't think this makes sense, so let me go over through this. Drag motion for me to come over, which I did with slight reservation. which I did with slight reservation considering the company he was sitting with. As I walked towards the group of men, Trag smiled. Then he would be saying, Trag smiled, saying, comma, I knew I'd see you today. Did you come to take care of your... let's just go straight to that. Did you come to take care of your front from the other day? As he stood up. Okay, so let's see. I think that I'm having emotion, overly motion things here. I think I got carried away with having emotion, motions here, motion here. I don't really think that I need them to walk over to the bar. Let me read through this and see if there was a reason we had him motion him over there and then motion him over to the bar. But honestly, this seems like I just was out of control that day and wanting to have too much of that crap go on. Did you come to take care of your front from the other day? As he stood up. Stood up. Okay. Boom. So I think that makes more sense anyway. So we're not going to have him. Okay, Trag motioned for me to come over, which I did with slight reservations considering the company he was sitting with. As I walked towards the group of men, comma, Trag smiled, saying, Did you come to take care of your front from the other day? Okay, I don't think I need that. Okay. Okay, so Trag smiled, saying, Did you come to take care of your front from the other day? Greeting me to the table. I think that that's reasonable. That might be something I'm going to touch up more later on. I have no idea. Okay, I was quick to reply. I don't want to interrupt. I just wanted to pay up my front and see about getting a few things. Trag placed his cyber deck out to receive the credit transfer without saying anything. The amount I needed to transfer was on the display, so I quickly transferred it. All squared up now? What did you want to talk about? Trag asked. Well, I was hoping I could get a front on some bliss and some amper just enough for a good time for me and a few friends. Sam, we've been friends for a while now, so we know that's 5 years, by the way. It's in our notes. And I'd really love to, but I can't do a front today. Try it calmly explained. I'll have to go through this and fix for language and revision too. I really think that there's some things I could word better. I felt panic knowing the amount of credits I had left was not enough to score, even if I found somebody else who was able to get me what I wanted. And I didn't know anyone else well enough to front. Okay, that seems weird. Try. Okay, I felt panic knowing the amount of credits I had left would not be enough to score, even if I found someone else who was able to. So we need a comment here. I felt panic knowing the amount of credits I had left would not be enough. I don't know, that just seems weird. I'm not liking that at all, so that is what it is. I'll look over it, but there has to be a better way to say that. Just flat out, guys. Okay, see, Sam, we'll switch this like this. Probably should add Sam since he's the main character, right? Do we have his name? His actual full name? Let me see if I have that. Aiden. Okay. Aydin. Not a name I use all the time. We're gonna give him some other powers too. I just don't know yet exactly what we're adding to the mix of stuff. I'll figure that out later. Okay. Boom. Boom. Okay, track motioned for me to come over, which I did with light reservation, considering the company is with. As I walked towards the group of men, Trag smiled, saying, "Did you come to take care of the front?" Okay, so that all I like. So this will move on. See Sam Salvador and his acquaintances over there. Okay, let's switch this up and let's introduce him right here, right? Oh, here's Akio right here being introduced. Okay, so we've got Akio introduced. Corporate guy. I really feel we need to start a card for Salvador, but I don't want to get caught up on that right this second. See, Sam, Salvador and his acquaintances over there have a problem. It's a tech thing. Not my cup of tea, but I told them about you being a technopath and your knack with technology. Now Salvador and his friends here, his friends, I think we can just say this. It's apparent that they're here, right? Want to know if you may be able to help me out. Help them out. Which one we like more? Now Salvador and his friends want to know if you may be able to help them out. Okay, we've got that. This is where he introduces. Okay, so we're gonna get the two cyborgs introduced here too. Did he already know there's cyborgs back here? Yeah. Okay, they look cyborg. Okay, good, good. I was wondering when we established the cyborgness. Okay, let's get this in. Sam, the guy over there with the issue is Akio. Okay, Tech, which I'm gonna add this into his thing, because that is. And I'll add Tech too to a thing, I guess, since we know that that's the corporation that wants to kill Sam and his friends from now on, right? Okay, well, we'll deal with that later on. Obviously, I have some kind of cold going on. I don't know when that started. Not happy about it. Okay, Sam, that guy. Okay, so we don't have a great place to break down. Hey, this is this. Okay, so I sat down with Salvador and the three other men. While Trag walked to the door, locking it and closing the place. The door. Okay, well, I'm okay with that. I knew right then it must be something serious. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break this up. Right there. Here's what's going to happen. The right then is going to be when he actually right thens. Okay, I sat down with Salvador. We've got Salvador, Trag, Accio, and the two. Okay. There, we'll just write that in there. So he knows right there. See, and I have him sat down here more than once. So let's get rid of that. Okay. Salvador glanced me over. So did the other men at the table. Okay, this is where we're gonna name them because he was already introduced. Okay, I sensed the technology that made up the two cyborgs. And then the cyborgs' names are Washington and Kyoto. Okay, so watch this. Boom. Okay. We've got the two cyborgs in there. That's good. Okay, I sense the technology that made up the two cyborgs, Kyoto and Washington. Okay. Okay, so let's go with this. Salvador glanced over. So did the other men at the table. Boom. That really actually doesn't add a lot, so I need to figure out where I was going with that because that's kind of crap. I sensed the technology that made up the two cyborgs, Kyoto and Washington, was top of the line, some of it lethal, along with something strange coming from the metal. Okay. Okay, so let's separate this out. Boom. Okay, my senses were going crazy about the energy coming from the metal case. The man. Okay, boom. We now know that this guy is Akio. Okay, boom. Hey, how you doing? I hope you're having a great one. Figuring out what we're doing here. I think a val is just a val. No avail. I don't use the term no avail very often, guys. Let's find this out. Can't believe I have a cold. No avail? Oh, it is just avail. Okay. Sometimes things are just what they are, right? Trying to find some complicated spelling of it because it's something you don't use often. Okay. Phil, his curiosity would be piqued at that point. Okay, Salvador took a large drink of whiskey and without even pausing, wait, even, without even a pause, spoke. Don't know if that's actually important. Sam, there'd be a comma there. Sam, I'm hoping you can help us out with something. I think that would be a pause right here. Okay. From what Trag has told me, okay, so that would be that. That's probably fixable to make it better though, just to be honest. Okay, Trag set down. Let's go back over this, make sure everything makes sense. Okay, so that's all normal. Okay, Trag set back down with us as the man for the corporation. Okay, so that's not the man from the corporation anymore. It's Akio. Laid the metal box down on the table and opened it. See, Sam? Okay, so this part's all going to be the same. So see, Sam? That would be a comma. What we have here is a implanted AI. Okay, a back brain one from earlier, from the early part of the Great War. Okay, boom. We had a guy working on it, but he left our team, and we really need someone who can gain access to it. You know what? Honestly, this is where I'm not sure if I agree with this. Do we leave that the same? We had a guy working on it, but he left our team. Don't really actually think that he left our team matters. Okay, I'm gonna move past that, but I'm gonna change that. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of this. We had a guy working on it altogether. It's literally not relevant to him. Okay. Track back down with us as Akio laid the metal box down on the table and opened it. Boom. There, I think that's going to be better. Saying, see, Sam, what we have here is an implant. I think it's a implant, an implanted AI system, a back brain one from the early part, back brain one, comma, from the early part of the Great War. We really need someone who can access the data stored on it. Okay, that works. I had never seen anything like it before. It was smaller than wait, before. It was smaller than any AI system I had seen. So that's saying the same crap twice. Okay, so let's rewrite this paragraph right here is crap. Okay, it was smaller than any AI system I had seen. Boom. And seemed to lack any external connection ports. I could sense the implant still had power, which meant it likely had some kind of internal isotope battery. Okay, good, good. Boom. Okay, boom. So we're going to end up having it where it doesn't work out that he doesn't have it implanted. So I'm going to cut some of what we have him getting information wise to it being implanted and him gaining the information. So that shouldn't be a big deal, but that's going to allow us to have the implant in him earlier. Boom. I replied, I think I can use my deck and try to establish a near field connection to it. What kind of data are you retrieving? Okay, so that's good. Good, Sam. That's exactly how our team approached the problem as well. Okay. Okay, so this is the man from the corporation spoke. That's Akio. Boom. Hey, happy New Year, Quicker. I'm quick, I mean. I hope you guys are all just having a great year, actually. Just dominating it. So, we're about to break this up to where he's not going to be able to retrieve it all. So, I feel that we'll let him get a lot of the information, but we're going to have some kind of hey, I guess he can't get the right location right off the bat. That's what we'll do. Okay, so we're good on that. See, we have his name right there by there at Zakio. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so far I'm okay with everything I inquired. Okay, so hold on one second. Let me. Okay, I pulled out my cyber deck and began to set it up, loading the programs I thought I would want quicker access to. Did they have any issues with viruses or other security protocols? I think that that's wrong, and I'm not sure how to fix it right this second, but we'll deal with that later. Okay, so I'm okay with that. Akio hesitated for a brief second before saying, Sam, they noticed some resistance in retrieving the files. Some of it was some of it was barriers and some of it was an active system hiding files. It seemed the AI was still okay, so I'm okay with all that. Probably can be written better. I wonder why a corporation wondered why a corporation would not be using their own assets to retrieve the data file. But this was too good of an opportunity to ruin with unintended or unneeded questions. And okay, I inquired. You said that you oh that you said that your lead technopath thought that the owner's presence was still in the system somehow. It might help to know who it belongs to. Oh, who it belonged to. Okay. Okay. We're going to change this, in which I think I'm going to switch this up on who his whole origin story all the way. Um, okay, he was a strong technopath like you. Okay. Now I'm going to need to know what corporation number 3 is. Corporation 3. Really need to get all this crap transferred into that other program, you guys. Reptilians. We never named Corporation 3? Are you serious as crap? Okay. Whew, guys. I don't know where to go with that. Well, obviously Corporation 3 is gonna frickin' get its name today, I guess. Okay. Or what we'd call that? Other? I guess it would be an other, right? Yeah, call that. Corporation 3 is gonna be um okay, it's Glee Tech. That's right. Glee Tech obviously doesn't have so much glee. Pull this baby over here. Boom. And that would be Corporation 3. I think we're good. Okay. Okay, so this is going to change. Yeah, I'm going to change this whole section. After she was taken prisoner, she. Okay, after she was taken prisoner, she was taken for stasis aboard a prison hulk owned by Glee Tech. I think we can period there. And then let's find out the guy's original name for who it was that had the AI, right? I think we have that somewhere. Let's just get him up in the thing immediately, right? Who knew that there was going to be just as much work to do this crap? Eric. Okay. Right? Yep, that's how we're doing it. Well, Eric, right here. Eric. Okay, boom, boom. Got Eric. Okay, so while Eric was a very strong technopath like you, and was the assistant to one of our scientists. Oh, and then let's just give the name for the lead scientist, Amelia, right here. Okay, so now we're getting it together, guys. I know Amelia's a main character person, so literally she has to be up in here somewhere. What the crap? Guys, how do we not have a whole section on this girl? Feel something's wrong here. Oh yeah, I need to get this transferred over here. She is. Get this girl right in here, right off the bat. we'll figure out exactly how far we go with this stuff. Okay. Yep. Okay. Let's call her Dr. Kerr right there. Okay, so let's go through this. Well, Eric was a very strong technopath. I think that'd be much like you, but okay. Like you, Eric was a very strong technopath. Okay. Let's see if that would be better somehow, not like this. And was the assistant to one of our lead scientists, Dr. Karn. Okay. Boom. Build it. Okay. Eric worked. Eric worked as the assistant to one of our lead scientists, Dr. Karn. I think that's said correctly, but who knows. After Dr. Karn was taken prisoner. After Dr. Karn was taken prisoner, she was taken for stasis aboard a prison hulk owned by Glee Tech. Okay. So that'll be changed because we're kind of unveiling some of this stuff right here. So Okay, boom. So we've got after that, he spent years working to find where she was being held, then managed to infiltrate, earning a position as a ship's officer. Okay, so that sounds good, right? Serious as he worked. So this part right here, we're gonna change, obviously, because this literally wouldn't matter. Who did I have say this? Okay, hold on. Let's say that Akia would have been the one saying this likely, right? Yeah. Boom. Now let's figure out the rest of what would have been said here, because this looks like these two sentences are about to be totally merged in. I really thought I was gonna whiz through this morning. No, no. Well, it may not whiz through it, but like you, Eric. You, that's a comma. Like you, Eric was a very strong technopath. Eric worked as the assistant to our lead scientist, Dr. Korn. After Dr. Korn, I'm just assuming that's how I say that, was taken prisoner, she was taken for stasis aboard a prison hulk owned by Glee Tech. After that, he spent years working to. Okay, let's just say Eric. Eric spent years working to find where. Had Dr. Khan in there too. I'm really liking that actually. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Okay, Akio had a serious look as he said he worked on the prison hulk. Phil, all of this is about to get shoved up into here anyway, just to be honest, guys. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's make that a big cake. Okay, so let's look over this, guys. Because I feel a lot of this just is about to get changed. Okay, boom. Feel I'm about to take some of this stuff from down here and just grab it. I believe that this is when we go to Corporation 2. Okay, let me find Corporation 2. Okay, we've got the name for them. Get rid of the underline thing. Okay. Okay, so we've got that out of the way. So let's go this. Go serious. Assign to shareholder for the corporation. Okay, so we don't need that anymore, right? Okay. Okay. Boom. Let's do new entry. Get Vermitech. Oh man. It's always when you touch something weird, right? Okay. Copying that. New entry, other. Make sure we've got Vermitech. Yep, Vermitech. Boom. Okay. Obviously, Vermitech is up to naughty stuff. All so we've got Gleetech, Vermitech. Okay. This part doesn't matter right now. Okay. Okay, boom. Okay, so this looks like it makes sense still. Hey Eugene and Def M, how you guys doing? Hope you're having a great one. Oh, my New Year's going awesome right now. I think we just fixed this. I was more curious with each moment. What data file or information am I looking for? I asked. Akio had a serious look as he said, we need to know the location of the prison hook. It seems he did some. Okay, so we can just write Eric in here. It seems Eric did something to the other crew members, then scuttled the ship somewhere before leaving on a small transport ship. Really don't like how that's written, but we could probably fix that in a second. Okay, somewhere before leaving on one of the smaller transport ships. His remains were only recently found. Okay, one of the plants being reclaimed. Okay, I'm okay with all that. This is seeming good. I mean, like, let's be honest, there's some rewriting but we've got cohesion. I watched as he cautiously reached into the metal box. I feel that can stay in there for a second. I started working to establish a near. Okay, so boom. Then this would be part of this anyway. Okay, and this is Accio. I watched as Accio cautiously reached into the metal box and picked up the small AI system. I was flooded with anticipation as he laid it into my hands. The technology was a work of art. I started working to establish a near-field connection to the device, running a variety of data linking programs. Okay, so finally he starts the interface. So here's where we're going to have to interrupt it a little bit. We can't get him all the way in because we need a justification to have him take the implant, right? So let's see, enter into the cyberspace. Okay, the first memory file I found was of the stasis prison. And a side paradise. Okay. I explored further into the system trying to find the memory file of the day. Okay, so this is where I feel we're going to have to break it. Okay. I feel that this is where I'm going to have to block it out and have it not happen this way. So let's figure this out. This is where it gets WTFy. Because this changes a huge chunk of stuff is what I'm realizing. Okay, so that's him drawing together his buddies. Okay. Okay, so let's see. This finding out which system that we're gonna have to kick out. Guys, overrode the safeties that were in place. Feel that that'll probably be increased too. We can flown the prison hulk to what seemed to be an abandoned mining station. That I'm gonna have to up a little bit too. Okay, so we're gonna just have him lie, I guess. Okay. Okay, let me figure this out because I think I'm about to have him lie. Okay. So he's just gonna to be a naughty at this point. Like let's just Okay. I looked at Accio saying I was able to get most of the information you wanted. Okay. Okay. So we've got him just straight trying to get the thing at this point. Okay, so obviously the Sam's great job thing's gonna change. Okay, so the smiles, let's get rid of that. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think we're good there. So now we're kicking it over to another day, right? So this would not happen here. So I honestly think we just totally nuked this chapter the way it's laid out. So I just nuked the crap out of both of these. So basically this is going to have to be rewritten too. So so he arrives back at Sam and them's here. Literally. Trying to figure out exactly what to do here. Okay, so we just changed massive things. So this wouldn't happen here at all at this point. Honestly, guys, this is such a big change. I didn't realize how nuclear this shift was gonna be. I'm gonna have to rewrite like 3 chapters. Nah, not quite 3 chapters. 2 chapters at least, and we're adding a new chapter. So I'm gonna figure this out real quick. I'm gonna be honest though, since I don't know exactly how to write out what's gonna happen next, this is probably where we're gonna call it for the day. Um, because I don't have a plan. I didn't realize the minor, like, weird things this shifts on just being like, hey, we're going to implant the AI back here. And so I'm going to get that taken care of. We'll figure that out today. The AI is obviously going to be implanted back here, but that shifts a whole bunch of stuff that happened. And so who would have known, right? That's okay. Let's find somebody that's entropian. Okay, boom. We're going to go with probably Avareptus. That's who we're gonna go with. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you guys have a freaking amazing weekend. Of course, I know you will. Over the weekend, I'll figure out exactly where we're going with everything. Try to get some of the bigger revisions done, and we'll touch base next week. Peace, very best wishes.